So this is the main gate. It's off on the Macadam Road here. Got right to the side here, we got railroad tracks. And this side here is a little power line right away going through. So this is the main access road here. Walk down here ways. This is a pretty long road through here. It's got a really thick hedgerow here. Runs all the way up along this road. So, really thick. I see some signs of something rooting around out here on this road. Don't know. It's gonna look like turkey. It's maybe armadillo. That looks a little more like turkey there. This is a pretty decent road here. This goes back from here to an opening. So this lease does include this little strip here between the railroad tracks. Looks like a little swamp bottom back in there. Got a lot of hardwood trees, no pines. It's very nice. And so this is where the road comes out onto 3 fields. So this is the first field here. And we've got, this is the power line coming in. And you got a little bit of planted pines in here that are good and thick, good bedding area. And my truck is right down there at the end of this. This looks very, very promising. So we got a little ditch here. And then this is the first of the 3 fields. So this is not bad. We got a little bit of myrtle out here. That's not a big deal. Looks like maybe a hickory there. That look like sweet gums down in here. Little tiny things though, they're not very big. So I think there's a couple houses on the other side over here. He said, yeah, this forest line here is kind of grown in quite a bit. It'll need to be cut back. But this is a lot of space here. Not quite sure what the heck that is. So field prep wise, this is not terrible. I got probably about, I don't know, maybe 2 inches of just trash on top of it, which is not bad. Definitely over that. We got some pines growing up out here, but everything is really small. This is a Chinese tallow tree here. That's not very big. That can be bush hogged, and hopefully the root won't be too bad. That's an elm right there. So a little bit of hardwood in here, but it's really not bad. It's extremely rough. It looks like it was plowed at one point in time and just kind of left to go. Very uneven. It's really going to need a lot of working. Bush hogging is going to be tough because it's got all these humps and furrows in it. So I need to get out here and get a bush hogged first, and then get out here with the turning plow and just start turning.
You'll arrive in 1,000 feet.
That's wax myrtle there. A lot of this is wax myrtle, which is not bad. It's real soft wood. Not bad. That's the first field. I don't know what kind of dung that is. Freaking horse dung? Yeah, who knows? That's That's some big poo, whatever that is. So in the middle of this first field, you got a power line coming off here, going in. You can see a house right down there. So I'll probably be hunting this with a silencer if I'm gonna hunt back in here. But this is nice. It's really, really rough over here. Yeah, I don't know what they did to this. It's like, you know, there's no apparent rows, but they've got it so hilled up and rutted up. Not exactly sure what went on out here. How you can make it this bad. Even if you just turned it and left it, it wouldn't be this bad. This is ugly. It's maybe one of those things where I come in and I kind of bush hog very high, and then come in and spray the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to work out how to get some water out here. Definitely got power. We got another transformer down here, which means another house. But this is coming into the second field. Got a PVC pipe in here for some reason. Another little ditch. Yeah. They had a fence up here for something. This little ditch here is all full of oaks. That is really nice. Really nice trees in there. That's perfect. Not quite sure what all this is about. Got these posts set up in here. I don't know if they had some cattle out here or what was going on, but this field, we're into the second field. Again, extremely rough. Oh, look at this. That looks like a little turkey dust bowl. But I don't see any tracks. It's sand is in the soil is got moisture down about an inch. That sand's got a little bit of silt to it, but not a whole lot. But it should grow corn fairly well if I get the corn down deep enough. But yeah, this is gonna have to really be worked a lot. This is all that little green right there. That's all sickle pod. My friend, the sickle pod. So this is look at this crazy stuff. I don't know what in the hell's out here digging holes like this. But they're all over the place out here. Don't see any tracks in there. I don't know what this is. This is the second field. And again, these little hedgerows are very, very nice. Mature hardwoods in them. A little pine tree here and there. A lot of blackberry out here. A lot of blackberry. Yes, I mean the job number one is going to be getting in here, getting this smoothed out and cut back down again. Crazy. whatever it is digging these damn holes. I see a track in there. I don't know what the hell this is. But they're all over the place. Little holes. That's a turkey track there. So maybe they're in there, I don't know, dusting themselves. I don't know. There's an awful lot of it out here. All this is gonna have to get knocked back down. This is extremely rough. This is gonna make you pee blood trying to get this smoothed out. Just hope this isn't like hogs or something. But I don't see a single hog track. Looks like deer. Now we're getting into blueberry or blackberries. I'll go down here on the end to take a look at this. See where this ends. Yeah, this is really crazy. This is a huge area, all just dug up. And there goes something running over there. I'd like to know what it was. This could be hogs. I don't see a single track. I mean, there's nothing gonna make this kind of destruction but a hog. Definitely not turkeys. God, they got like freaking craters out here. Yeah, this is ate up with hogs. Really bad. That's a hog hole right there. So this is the end of the property. There's actually a temporary power pole there with a box. I could get power out here. So it must be 2 major fields, not 3. I think the first one is probably the one down there by the road where my truck is. It's growing up with pines. But yeah, the hogs have been all over it out here. You'd have to do some serious night hunting out here. Get rid of these things. You see the railroad tracks back here through the tree. Looks like you got a little tripod stand set up here. Looking down this road towards the back part of the property. There's a little bit of wooded area in here that's still part of the property. There's some nice hunting parcels in here, but these hogs is going to be interesting. Whether I can kill enough of them to make it worth it. And this is the road here that we started out on. Turkey. Turkey just took off there. So there's huntable land in here beside this railroad track. This all needs to be trimmed up. So, I've been looking at this property. It's obviously got a huge infestation of hogs in here, which is not a bad thing. I really don't mind killing and eating these hogs. You're not going to eradicate them ever. The only thing you can do, maybe bring dogs in and run them off the property, but it's obvious that there's a bunch of them in here, and some good sized ones. So I don't know, it's 50 acres. I could probably come up here and plant this power line going up to the road. Hogs probably would stay out of that, but as far as this field here, it's not bad. But boy, you get into the backfield back there where it's a little isolated, and that's just nothing but hog holes back in there. So, like I said, it's not a horrible problem. I do like shooting hogs, and I do like eating them. So we'll have to think about it. I don't know I'm going to be able to plant anything with these hogs in here. I don't know what I could get in that they wouldn't just come in and just absolutely destroy. They got such amazing noses on them, and once a plant gets up a little bit, they just kind of take over it. And it's quite a bit of acreage here, and I'd probably get some to survive, but it's still not enough. Hogs can decimate 20 acres in no time at all. So I don't know, we're gonna have to think about this one.